All right, Horvat's back on a Monday. We got a game day tonight, baby. Da-na-na-na-na-na. All right, the Packers and the Giants are playing on Monday night. Also, the Titans and the Dolphins are playing on Monday night. ESPN has experimented with these Monday night situations. A couple of years ago, they had two games that first weekend. There was like one at 6 our time, one at 9. That was fucking awesome. Maybe you don't stay up for the whole second game, whatever. It's Chargers Raiders, who cares? But it was cool if you did. Then they got a little cute the last few years. They say, what if we start one at 6? What if we start one at 7? Stupid. Didn't like it. Now they're making it even worse. Let's put two games at the same time, one on ESPN, one on ABC. And if you want to watch both, head to the Manning Cast on ESPN2. Well, I don't want to watch both. I only want to watch one, and that is the Green Bay Packers. And we'll start there because it's the only game of the two that I really give a shit about. We can mention the other one, but I want to talk Packers. As you heard on Friday's show, Ryan Horvat is a big Jordan Love enthusiast, as I am too. Now, I still think we both hated the pick. Now we love Jordan Love, however. So that is good. We are with the stream on Jordan Love. I do appreciate retweeting all these Bears fans who are the best is when they like I retweet these guys and then they're like, oh, it's not, you don't know yet if he's good. Well, fucking Cope Harder. You do. Jordan Love's good. Now, does he take all this? Does he beat Justin Herbert? Does he beat Patrick Mahomes? Does he beat Jared Goff? And then does he go to New York and lose to fucking Tommy DeVito or whoever the hell they're going to start? That would be very shitty. But we will see. Horvat, what is the line on this one as of when we were talking?
All right. So, Packers, 6.5 point favorites. The look ahead weeks back was 2.5. Packers out to 6.5. Giants, 6.5 point dogs. I don't think there's going to be a letdown, to be honest, because now they're 6-6, and now guys are starting to buy in. Now 6.5 is a lot of points. I got to be honest. Like if we got to 7.5, I think the Giants might be able to cover this thing just because it's Brian Daboll. It's a low total. It's only 36. We got to wait and see what the weather's going to look like on Monday night in East Rutherford, New Jersey. But if it's a cold weather game, you run A.J. Dillon 15, 20 times. I don't think Kenyon Drake's going to be involved yet in the offense. We'll see, though. Not quite sure there yet.
A.J.'s been looking better. The problem with A.J. is every single run he has, every single run, for a minute, looks like it could be a 40-yard run. And it always ends up being a 4-yard run. It's always like there's always that brief little hole where it's like, holy fuck, this is it. And then it is definitely not it.
What scares me about this game is the Giants are crap. They're 4-8 this season. They're at home. It's prime time. I was going to say it's standalone, but technically it's not because we also have the Miami Dolphins kicking the shit on the Titans over on ESPN. But it's like going to be their Super Bowl, right? Because I hope at least, probably not actually. I hope this is one of the last times at least we see this fucking bullshit team on primetime. So they probably go out there, man. It's Brian Daboll and Mike Kafka. There's some trick plays. Who knows, man? I'm a little worried. That's a big number. But yeah, I taking the Packers. I'm not going to bet Tommy DeVito. If Rashawn Gary and Kenny Clark and, maybe Van Ness gets some more run, those guys could get home on DeVito or Tyrod Taylor, whoever ends up getting the go. It's going to be DeVito. I think it could be a rough night. So I think the Packers are for real. I think the Giants are one of the worst teams in the league. And the Giants should want to lose this game because Daniel Jones clearly ain't the guy. They should want Caleb Williams or Drake May. And so you should be tanking without tanking. So give me the Packers, who are playing for playoffs right now, to beat the Giants, who are playing for the number 1 overall pick. But 6.5, fuck. We'll just roll.
You will see the Giants national television, as some people pronounce it, one more time. That'll be Christmas Day.
Who do they play?
The Eagles.
Nah, fuck.
So the NFL schedule is about to get real fucking weird coming up. I think next week there's Saturday games next week. There's 3 Saturday games, all on NFL Network. Mm-hmm. The week after that is 2 Saturday games, one on NBC, one on Peacock only. Then they play a full Sunday. Then on a Monday, which is Christmas Day, which has long been the NBA, they're going to throw 3 games on there. Chiefs, Raiders, Giants, Eagles. And then the night game on Christmas night is Ravens, Niners, my lord. The Packers are scheduled to play the Vikings on New Year's Eve night, which is my anniversary. So that sucks. I will not be doing a post-game live show at 10:30 at night on fucking New Year's Eve. Just so everyone's aware. But I think I'm going to do one after the college football playoffs.
Yeah, that's on New Year's Day this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what I was saying was Giants one more time. Now you have to remember last year the Packers played the Giants in London and they had them beat until the second half when the Packers basically got Brian Dable more time. They got Daniel Jones an extension. The Giants were something after that game. Dable, coach of the year, kind of talk, all that shit, because the Packers blew a game in London. I think
my birthday.
On your birthday. I think the Packers are going to win this football game. And they're going to cover. The Packers are the real deal right now. A couple of things I didn't like about Matt LaFleur. I didn't like his in-game calling. I didn't like that he was super emotional. I didn't think the players were buying in. I didn't like that he wasn't letting Love play. I think everything I didn't like he's doing. I have no issue right now with Matt LaFleur and this Green Bay Packers team. And it's doing it with all young guys, and somehow it's working. Somehow this thing that I think you can only do in baseball or basketball, take a bunch of young guys and get them growing at the same time. Somehow it's working. And Love's playing better, but so is the offensive line. So are the receivers. So it's all helping. Everybody's helping everybody. I like the Packers to win this game. The question is, when do they lose again? Because if you look at their schedule, you've got the Buccaneers who suck, the Panthers who suck.
They don't.
The Vikings on that Sunday night for now that I mentioned, and then the Bears. Even if you lose two of those, you play 5 bad teams, you lose 2 of them, you're still 9-8, which could get you in. You lose just 1, you're 10-7, which will get you in. You win all of them, suddenly you're 11-5 or 6. And God knows what could happen.
I don't know, people
it's pretty nuts.
I mean, smart people are catching on, but some people that don't know ball are still laughing when I'm like, dude, these teams don't want to see the Packers in the playoffs. Now you're not going to have to go to Lambeau or anything like that, but the NFC is shit. So
yeah, but if we have to go to the Niners, that'll suck. If we have to go to the Eagles,
but we have no fucking, for the first time ever, we'll go there and we'll have no pressure.
That I think is going to be good. And then we'll still be pissed if we lose, but it'll be nice to be like the house money team for once.
Teams may try to duck Green Bay too. Who do you want to play, Bart? Do you want to play Jordan Love and the Packers? Do you want to play Desmond Ridder in Atlanta? Baker Mayfield and the Bucks? One of these teams is going to get
Rams, the Vikings.
You know what I mean? The Vikings.
Yeah.
The Rams. Packers, the way that they're playing right now, maybe Jair wants to join his teammates at one point this season. I don't quite know.
Would be nice.
I don't know. They've been playing better without him, to be honest. He sucks this year. There's a hot take for he's not been good. I mean, I don't think that's even a hot take. Imagine the Packers defense is, not good. Don't get me wrong, but they're playing much better. And that's without 2 first-round picks at corner and Stokes and Jair. How crazy is that?
I saw one tweet talk about how Joe Barry's defense is built to stop Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. And that's great. The problem is that's the only defense he ever runs. So if you just want to run it down their throat, he won't care. If you that, it's the same defense every time. So we'll see what happens. But I like the Packers. I like them to cover on this Monday night.
The Packers return to the practice
field.
field.
Does the other game even deserve a mention?
Yeah. Actually, I'm not going to – I like a couple props in that game. I like Devin Achane. I like him to go over 2.5 receptions.
13-point favorites the Dolphins are over the Titans.
3 props I played, right? Devin Achane over 2.5 receptions. I think he catches 4 balls in this game. So I love that. It's plus 140. So you're getting plus money on that too. Bet it right away. Tua under 2.5 rushing attempts. Tua's not going to have to leave the pocket a whole lot in this game. That's not going to happen. Spears for Tennessee. I like him over 2.5 receptions. That's plus 110. And I like Will Levis over 4.5 rushing yards in the game. That's minus 120. I want nothing to do with the side or the total. I'm not going to be paying attention to this game. I'm going to be watching the Packers.
Are you on board the Tyreek should get MVP train?
No, because he's a terrible human being.
Well, that aside, I would like to see either him win it or Dak.
Yeah. Dak or
I don't think you can give it to Purdy. Like we're going from all right, Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant to Purdy's a top 10 quarterback. We're not throwing him into the MVP discussion already. Plus, you've got Christian McCaffrey who scores at least one touchdown every game. Yeah. You got Debo, you got Kittle, you got Ayuk,
Trent Williams.
You got too many weapons to be the MVP.
Thank you, dude. That's what I'm saying. I would rather McCaffrey win it. Dude scores a touchdown every fucking week. I would rather, I mean, Tyreek I'm fine with if he has over 2,000 yards. I'd rather have him. He'd be Offensive Player of the Year, though. The only bet I would make right now would be Mahomes plus 650, just because if the Chiefs find a way to win out with MVS and Sky Moore and the corpse of Kelsey right now as his weapons, dude, I mean, we got to crown him. Because if you take him off the Chiefs, they're not a good football team this year. No. Mahomes is awesome. You know, it was like Rodgers for years on those shit teams with like Ladarius Gunter and shit. You know, it's like what Jordan Love's doing right now with a bunch of kids. But I love Jaden Reed. Wicks looks really good. You know, I like Dobbs. Fucking sucks that Watson gets hurt every time he starts showing up. That blows. That's why, like, once again, going back though, in the first round, I don't know. You know what? Never mind. I was going to say, I would spend some money on a wide receiver for Jordan Love. Get him like a T. Higgins. You know what I mean? Like, look what Tyreek's doing in Miami. You know, they went and got Tyreek, and now they're the number 1 seed right now in the AFC, and he's going to have 2,000 yards. You know what I mean? Like, I would love one time just to do a splashy thing like that. But in this year's draft, bro, fucking, you know, you got Jaden Reed already, who's going to be awesome. Watson and Dobbs. Imagine if you could get, because everybody's talking about like Smith Najigba, like everybody, or I'm sorry, Jesus Lord, Marvin Harrison Jr. Even on my show, like all the casuals are like, why isn't Marvin Harrison going to win the Heisman? I'm like, are you idiots? Like, do you watch the games? He's not even the best. I mean, he's the best wide receiver, yes, but he didn't even have the best season in college football. You know what I mean? Like, but what I'm saying is he's not the only good receiver, dude. Xavier Worthy from fucking Texas, I would take him in a heartbeat.
Gunze?
All three of them. Polk, even. I love all three of the kids from Washington. I bet
they're winning. They're winning it.
I think so too.
Washington.
I don't know if they're winning it all. I like Michigan over Bama. I like Washington over Texas, but that's really tough. And
I think Michigan wins. Shit out of Alabama, so everyone fucking feels bad.
Hashtag bet. I think Michigan wins it all. Bet.
All right. Bet. Horvat, always a pleasure to talk to you, friend.
Bet. All right. See you, man.